Did I just make the dumbest trade of all time? Today we're going to look at 3 trades that I made, 2 just recently and 1 from Algorand that I think went really badly. We're going to dive into all that on today's Frugal BC, talk a little bit about my portfolio, other stuff. By the way, guys, if you like this stuff, if you like these experiments, we're doing a new experiment with trading. We just did our Tiny Man experiment, wrapped up the 30 days there. If you find that stuff valuable, please hit that like and subscribe button. Now remember, you don't have to smash it, guys. You can just press it gently and it works just fine that way too. Since this is a non-Algorand video, I do want to give a really brief shout out to our sponsors, Non-Fungible Domains for that .algo address, and Marcus Aurelius, an NFT and meme coin project on the Algorand blockchain. Please check out the description below to support both of those, and I think they're both great projects. That's why I work with them. And we do have channel memberships. So some of our experiments we talk about for members before we do anyone else, and everybody, even at the lowest tier, gets videos before anybody else. So check that out in the community tab. But otherwise, let's just get to this trade because I think this is I thought I'd try something out here because yesterday Donald Trump at a press conference, he announced his tariffs, and for fun, I was watching in real time. And I thought this was really interesting because a lot of people said, oh, Bitcoin crashed because of the tariffs, which kind of is true. But if you watched it in real time, Bitcoin actually spiked while he was talking about the tariffs. When he actually made the announcement itself, it really shot up and grew over 88,000. And then, of course, it crashed while the press conference was still going on. So all this happened in real time, and it was really interesting to watch. But where we are now, the major crash makes me think there might have been an opportunity. And also, the coin ONDO is something I've been interested in a little while, so I thought it'd be a good chance to check that out, and probably be a good time for entry. So we'll look at that, and I'll look at my really bad Algorand trade and what went wrong, what I did wrong. So we'll get to that at the end, so stick around for that. But let's talk this Bitcoin trade first. And important to note, by the way, this is the Bitcoin well, it's Tether, but whatever, USDC, it's USD, same. Yeah, so this is this is from TradingView, but it's through CoinMarketCap. I do have another trade I'm interested in too, also, by the way. I signed up for Arc Public. It's supposedly an algorithm that allows you to trade Bitcoin, kind of like the big guys do. Like, they have a certain allocation where they have a certain algorithm that they trade on that helps earn yield over time. I really wanted to try it out. It's free up to like $10,000. So it's like free in the beginning, but they don't tell you this, and I think it's really crappy. They don't tell you, but you do have to have a TradingView account, like at least the basic tier, which is like $13 a month. So I still haven't played around with it. I might do that this weekend because I do want to start that. But here's what I was thinking. Okay, so I looked at this. We had this huge crash, right? And if you look at here, the RS, it's toward the bottom of the Bollinger Band, not all the way down, but pretty close. This is the 4-hour chart. That's crucial, by the way. When you analyze this stuff, everything I'm talking about supposedly works particularly on the 4-hour chart. And we'll talk about how that went wrong, kind of, because you can see, like, sometimes you get a bounce up, but it doesn't last very long. But you can see every major pump started at the bottom of the Bollinger Band with the RSI extremely low. And that's when we have these huge spike setups. And this one was really low, not as low as the other one, but it was like kind of a mini spike. So you can trade on these when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Now here you could get fooled, right? Because you think, oh, it's at the bottom, but it kind of went up a little bit back down. And so it's not always a perfect science. You have to take a number of bets for it to work. Anyway, am I actually down right now? What's it at? Yeah, I bought around 81,800. So my trade is actually down a little bit. I put in a limit order at 85. RSI isn't super low, so this may or may not be a bad trade, but I really do think it's going to recover from this. And if not, I've actually taken a lot of profit on Bitcoin. So yeah, if this doesn't pan out, it's not gonna be the end of the world. But I thought I would try this out and see how it goes. Probably down here would have been a better time to put that trade in, honestly. This would have been a good one. This would have been a good one. And then over here on the left, that would have been a really good one. That would be a crazy trade. So that's Bitcoin. And if you're wondering how I do this, basically, I just buy a market order and it might not even make sense to have bought, like, say, like an 80,000 limit order and just buy it when it gets to that price. I decided I thought it was a pretty good time to trade, so I bought in. I'm actually up a little teeny tiny bit because I think it was 81,700 something. So I'm up a little tiny bit, but not much. And then I put in a limit sell order through Coinbase, the advanced tab. It takes a little understanding, but it's really not that hard to understand. Let's look at ONDO. And I've been interested in ONDO for a little while. We're talking, it's interesting because a lot of people are very interested in ONDO, I've seen. About number 36 in market cap. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't default to 4 hours because that's kind of the main chart everyone uses. I'm gonna put my indicators back in. And yeah, I don't know if this may or may not have been a good trade. I'm right around 79 cents, so it's right about where it's at now. Actually, yeah, it's right about even, so nothing. I just made the trade this morning. Probably better off would have been around here, if I'm being 100% honest, even back here. Whenever the RSI is really, really low and it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, there's a good chance it's going to pump up. I put in, so these are, I'm not like spot trading necessarily. These are, they're longs, but they're shorter longs than normal. You know, instead of going for like a 2x, 3x, 4x in a bull run scenario, I'm kind of doing trading volatility here, but more volatility to the upside than like, say, you know, trying to catch a quick one. Like this would be a quick one. This is kind of what I'm hoping for right here in this middle zone. One of these would be really, really good, and I think we could get there. I think we could, but we'll see. And I can always take a trade early. That's the other thing too, if I take this trade. But mostly this one, so this one I'm doing a little different. Like this one's a full sell-off, but the Bitcoin one is I'm going to sell 50, so that I'm going to have a little bit extra Bitcoin in the tank for free, basically. So basically selling what I already have. I put in the limit orders, but there's a possibility, like if I'm up, I might just take the trade. Now I bring this up because I want to talk about my Algorand trade and the huge mistake that I made. Now my Algo trade, I did this all on chain. So this one I didn't do on Coinbase. I did this actually on chain just by swapping Algorand to USD, or yeah, swapping USDC to Algorand. And I bought at 20 cents, 20.55 cents. So probably right around here. Let's put our indicators on actually. Let's take a look at this. So what was BC thinking? Where was that? Yeah, I believe it was back around here when I made that trade. And instead of bouncing up, and it was lower on the RSI, we did have that here. So sometimes this is hard to spot, by the way. We should be getting close to a similar opportunity at a much higher low. Now, there was a time when I was up here, I probably saw it around here. Tiny Man doesn't have limit orders, which is annoying. They're supposed to be adding it. I haven't seen it yet, but they will have limit orders that you can put in, which are great because then you don't have to be watching the charts. You can just set what you want and it works, and then you make money. And that's how I did all my profit taking, by the way. Pretty much all my profit taking on my crypto portfolio, which I talked about before, it's all limit orders. I just put sell orders in at certain levels, and it's usually a certain percentage of my holding. And when it hits that level, it sells. Now you're gonna miss out. You might miss out on a higher high, but you're not gonna miss out if it hits it even in a flash. It just touches it for a second. You're gonna hit that sell order. And the limit orders are probably why you see certain price levels, by the way, because it pumps up, and then a bunch of people have their limit orders hit and they make money. And if you want to make money in crypto, there's a few different ways, but that's one way to do it. Is just have your limit orders, your sell orders in for when it pumps. Not a bad strategy, and it's one I've used before, frankly. Now, you could just buy and accumulate. I know there's a lot of people that are just buy and holders, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a much longer term strategy, which is fine. That's up to you. It kind of depends on your level of risk, what your time horizon is. To me, I'm already pretty well set on long term because I just invest in index funds, and that just slowly but surely makes money over time. So this is supposed to be my fun, slightly faster, more risky play. Now there's you can DCA and forget it. You can DCA but hold off when the coins are at their all-time highs, or even sell a little bit, or you can just buy in the bear market and sell in the bull run, whenever that happens. So those are all options. But what I should have done, I was actually up right around here, and I wish I would have sold off because I had lost money. I'm trying to think of where that was. Yeah, I think it was right around here, and then it went down, and then I saw it when it was going up, and I should have I could have closed the trade on a positive and been happy. And I waited too long. Now it's thinking it would get to 22. It did not, and then that's what happened. So those are my trades. I thought people might find those interesting. I am not necessarily a trading account. Sometimes I like to play around with this, and you can see the challenge involved with trading. I think it's better. I think a macro strategy is usually what I go with, where I buy during the bear market, and then when I get 2 or 3 X's, I start taking profits. My portfolio is in the positive, so that's good. It actually everything could go to 0 and I still would be in the positive by about $300. Obviously, I would like to do more than that. So, and if I sold everything now, I'd be probably double. Actually, what is it? Well, it says 162 percent up, but it's probably a lot less because I haven't recalculated this in a little while, but it's probably more like 100, probably a little over 100%. So basically doubled my money if I sold everything today plus all the profit I took. Actually, well, yeah, maybe. Actually, maybe more than, well, nah, probably about double. So anyway, let me know what you think about this. I'll probably do like a portfolio update soon for channel members, and every once in a while I do one for the main audience as well. But let me know what you think about this. If you find this stuff interesting, let me know in the comments below. How's your portfolio done? Good, bad, what's gone well, what's not gone so well? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm FrugalBC, and I will see you in the future.